And Bonds hits way high. It's a dig. It is out of here. This is caught. Diggs. Sideline. Touchdown. Unbelievable. Bryant for the win. Bang. Watch out. He's got getting away from the top speed.
What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another SGN video where it's all sim all the time. And I recently dropped the new MyNBA scenario for the trade deadline, and it honestly got me feeling like I wanted to start over. I've been rocking the Bulls one for a while, but honestly, when you've been working on something for 3 to 4 months and haven't gotten that far into it because you're constantly working on sliders and updates and things of that nature, when you're 4 months into your franchise and you're not even at the All-Star game, you just feel defeated, and you really just kind of want to start over so you can really dive in and invest. And that's what I've decided to do. And we're starting over with the Charlotte Hornets. This is a team that I really wanted to start with and play around with anyway. And we are taking over as the new GM of the Charlotte Hornets. We're going to try to bring them their first championship. We're going to try to get them back to the playoffs. And we do have a couple pieces we can build around. I'm excited for the future here in Charlotte, and I hope you guys aren't upset at the switch from Chicago over to Hornets. I hope you guys are going to like this. I'm going to do this differently. I'm going to try to do it more of a style like Pee Wee and Kenny and those guys do it. And we're going to start off this first episode with just a breakdown of the team. We're going to have a little bit of gameplay at the end, so make sure you stay through the whole video. Check it out. By the way, if you do like this, man, like and subscribe to the video. It really helps me out. And let's go ahead and start with the team breakdown. Now, the first thing we're going to do is we're the new owner. We're changing up the jerseys, man. We're bringing some new hotness to Charlotte. We're going to try to just change the view of the players and the fans and just bring some swagger. And I really like these jerseys that we got. They're totally different. They're unique. I love the black. I love all three of them. I think it's going to be a fantastic rebrand that the city and the team desperately needs. That's the first thing we're doing as GM of the Hornets. And when you look at where we're at, it's been a rough year, man. We're 10-40. We're ranked 30th in the NBA, worse than the Pistons. Our projected lineup, as you can see here, is LaMelo, Brandon Miller. Those are our two pieces. They're not going anywhere. We got Miles Bridges. We just acquired Grant Williams. We're going to see how that fits in next to Nick Richards, who's starting right now while Mark Williams is hurt. And so, as you can see, not a lot of talent on this roster, though. I mean, LaMelo is an 84. Brandon Miller's a rookie who is a 77 who's going to be a part of our team and our rebuild going forward. But other than that, we don't have much depth. We don't have much talent. And we do have a solid coaching staff, though. We have Steve Clifford, who I do believe in. I think he can help bring us back into contention for the playoffs and then eventually into contender for a title. We have a good assistant head coach in Tyrone Corbin. We got a shot doctor. And when you look at how our coaching staff set up, it's built on we're athletic, we're young, and we're fast. You can see it. We can shoot the ball, we can jump, we're fast, we're athletic, we're going to get to the hoop. But where we lack is defense. A whole lot of defense. We're not getting turnovers. We're not stopping people. We're weak. We're getting pushed around. And so the idea on how we're going to build this roster is we're going to try to keep as much of our strengths as possible while also improving our weaknesses. Now, how we're going to do that? We're in rebuild mode. We're going to have to target a couple things to do that, and as you can see, we are in rebuild, so we're gonna try to move on some from players to just create some extra cap space. We got Cody Martin. I have Grant Williams on there. We're gonna see how he plays. Maybe we'll say it's really he's on there because he's a 72 overall, making $12.5 million a year. If he was either rated higher for that amount of money or was making less money, I would like to keep him. And we're going to try to move Micic as well. We don't have any targets yet. We are going to go ahead and change that. This is obviously a trade deadline, so we're not going to be able to make any moves until the offseason. But we are in rebuild, and we can do that through the draft. The problem is we currently only own our second-round pick. So there's not much rebuilding we can do through the draft this year. We don't have a lot of draft capital as well going forward. That's the one thing that our team needs to do. But the good news is our first round pick, it belongs to San Antonio right now, but it is lottery protected. We're going to be in the lottery. So we really do have our first round pick. It's all going to boil down to where that pick lands. Now, considering our record, we're going to be competing with the Wizards and the Pistons for a top 3 pick. And when you look at who is available to draft, we have some options. We're set at point guard. We're good with LaMelo. Brandon Miller, I have him at the 2. He can move over to the 3. So when you look at options at the 2 guard spot, when you think where we most likely should be drafting, we should be a top 5 pick no matter what. There's not really a 2 that we'd want to take if we get a top 5 pick. If we do fall out of top 5, we could go with Jacoby Walter. Potentially at the 2 and move Brandon Miller over to the 3. But more preferably, we could keep Brandon Miller at the 2. I'd like to try to find a 3 instead because I like having that size of Brandon Miller at the 2. He's 6'7". I like having bigger guards. So you have a backcourt of a 6'8" LaMelo and a 6'7" Brandon Miller. That's great. Small forward, we do have an option. Number 1 projected overall pick, Ron Holland. Small forward. So potentially, if we get the number 1 overall pick, we could look at Ron Holland that we could just slide in next to Brandon Miller and LaMelo and have a nice little 1, 2, 3 group there. If we don't get there, we also power forward. I mean, the 3, 4, and 5 position, I don't know what we're going to do with Miles Bridges, so right now we got to treat it like the 3, 4, and 5 are all positions of need. And of course, we could take a 3, a small forward who could play power forward. But power forward, we do have some options there. Saloon, I don't know how to pronounce his name, would be an option. He's projected to go 2 or 3, so he's a top 3 pick. But center, definitely a need for us is center, and we're going to have some options. There's a couple guys, 3 projected top 10 guys. Alexander Sarr, I think, is the one who really stands out because he's only 18. He's got Hall of Fame potential, like a ceiling, and so getting a big guy right down there who we can throw the ball down to, work, and then improve our defense would be great. So we do have some options in this draft with that pick, depending on where it lands. Now, we're not going to get a full rebuild with just draft picks, but the good news is we have some cap room. $44 million in cap space. And now, when we decline Davis Bertans' team option, which we're going to do, we're going to explode that cap number up to 60. We're going to have $60 million in cap space, and that doesn't include if we can move Cody Martin, Micic, and then obviously if we re-sign Miles Bridges, that'll eat into it, which we probably will. I don't know. We'll see how things play out. And then Grant Williams, depending on how he plays for us with, like I said, it's just that I don't like that he's a 73 making that kind of money. But either way, we're going to have some money to go make a big free agent splash. So who might we be able to target in free agency that we think could help this team? Well, I think OG Anunoby, if he declines his player option, which I think he might, it's only $18 million. I think he's a perfect person to put on this team next to Miller and LaMelo. I also think, depending on how the draft goes, Wiseman would be a good young player to go target and try to develop him to be, whether it turns into a starter or a solid bench unit player. I think he'd be a great person for us to add. Of course, this is all going to be in the offseason. What can we do right now to try to improve this roster? Well, there's a guy who just got waived, Killian Hayes. I think we're going to give him a second chance. We're going to go grab him and let him learn from LaMelo and play alongside, learn from Kyle Lowry in the mentorship thing and try to develop him, give him a chance, because we're a young team right now. What do we got to lose? Let's go get him. He could be a huge asset defensively for us in the backcourt. So we're going to go ahead and sign Killian Hayes. We're going to give him a couple years, try to develop with us. So now that we made the one move that we're really looking to do, since we are past the trade line, there's not much else we can do, is we need to kind of play around with our team, see who we like, see who we don't like. And so we're going to do this. We're not going to have full gameplay in this video. We're going to do some simcasting, and our first test is against the Bucks. So let's go ahead. We set our lineup up how we want to run it for the rest of the season, pending injury, and let's see how it does against the Bucks. And we are hanging with Milwaukee, surprisingly, with this lineup that we have set right now. And All right, we're going to hop in up to with 2 minutes left against Milwaukee now. Full disclosure, I'm not able to record this live for you guys like others do. I don't have that set up. I don't have OBS. So this is something I already played, and we're just going to go ahead and let this play out for you guys, this 2 minutes of this gameplay, to see if we were able to pull out the win or not.
Richards, the pass to Hayes. Williams with it. Over Portis. Clock at 6. The rebound by Beasley. On the court for the Hornets. They've got Nick Richards, Trey Mann out there with Grant Williams. Then it's Ball, and it's Hayes in at the 2 spot. Here's Mann to the left side wing. Hayes with it. Some solid D from Beasley.
He's as surprised as we are. Most nights that bucket is automatic.
Giannis driving in. That ties it up. Antetokounmpo has got 16 points here in the second half.
Now, so exciting to see the growth of the Greek Freak. There are shots that stars sink, and that's a momentum changer right there.
A minute 6 left in the fourth quarter. LaMelo driving, and the layup is good off the glass. Ball's got 7 for Milwaukee. Miles Bridges checked in for Charlotte. Miller comes in for Hayes. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Hey guys, during that last break, I heard Doc Rivers as he talked with the team. He told the team he has complete faith in them, saying, we're right there, now we just got to make that push and really take hold of the game. We can do that. To me, it looked like his players are on the same page with him. Guys, back to you.
And Allie, thanks. Here's Ball. The Bucks getting their last shot to go. Pass to Richards. For 3, Bridges. Can't hit that one. And so Lillard will bring it up for the Bucks. Here's Beasley. Can't get the go-ahead bucket.
Ooh, old school right there. No easy buckets.
Here's Ball. We've got 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Now that's one to remember. What an impact on the game.
I'm wondering, is that...
Here's Lillard. To take the lead. And buries it from deep.
When he has that ability, elevates his game in the clutch time. It's Lillard time. He's on point.
Now a timeout called by Charlotte. They're behind by 1. 3 seconds left in the final quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And this is what it's all about. This shot could win the game. Not much time left, but they have just enough to execute a play.
Here's Miller.
And it goes!
They got that one.
He gets it! Wow!
That's before the buzzer right there.
Wins the game with nothing but zeros on the clock. Unbelievable. Woo.
Unbelievable way to end this game. The fans on both sides are in shock.
And so it's a victory for the road team in this one.
All right, what an impressive win for these young Hornets, man. Brandon Miller with a huge shot. Let's see if that just boosts his confidence a bit and he can continue to play well. And now we get another tough challenge against the Grizzlies. They're still tough even without some of their better players. John Morant and I believe Bane is hurt as well. And we're playing them close. A very low-scoring game. And it's a very close game as well in the fourth quarter. And we're going to hop in. This time we're down 2 with 2 minutes left. We're going to hop in and I'm going to let this finish out for you guys. And you guys can watch how this one played out. And I hope you like the new court. Let me know what you think of the new court.
There's 1:54 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Inside. And out of bounds as the Hornets gain possession.
How big is that? Or should I say, how big might that become? Just a brutal mistake.
1:46 left in the fourth. So on the floor for Memphis. Luke Kennard out there with Derrick Rose. And there's Jackson. Then it's Williams. And it's Aldama in at the 4 spot. Memphis leading. Rose scanning the floor. Pass to Jackson. Over Williams. Tried to bank it in, but he misses.
Very surprising. He gets the ball where he wants it in a decent matchup.
Ball against Rose. Outside, ball. Just 5 to shoot. Man. Charlotte again missing.
You know, and after fighting to get back into it, that was the chance there to tie it up.
Ever so close. Needed that one to go down.
And here's Miller. He'll bring it up for the Hornets. Man passes to Miller. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Now, here's ball. There's the pick. To the paint to tie it up. Oh, off target. Second shot opportunity. Got it! And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
And Ball ready for these moments, showing he wants the rock in his hands. Love it.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. Over in the corner, Williams. Can't knock in the three. Here's Man. Oh, and he had a chance to win it right there, but couldn't get it to fall. And regulation now complete. We will go.
All right, so unfortunately we went into overtime here, and we started off the overtime well, but it did slip through the fingers. That's just what happens when you're a young team. So right now we started off 1-1 with our lineup changes. Killian Hayes, new GM, new owner. Hope you guys are enjoying this style of video for you. We will have full gameplay for you guys later on that I'll edit down for you guys. But anyways, welcome to the Charlotte Hornets series. Hope you enjoy it. Peace.